Hi guys, it is me, my loves, a little pocket of sunshine, and today we're going to be talking about the book of James here, a little bit of Matthew, and a little bit of Jeremiah, okay? So, let's talk about what's going on in the energy that I feel right now. Right now, there's a lot of running around and confusion energy. There's a lot of screaming and yelling going on. There's a lot of, pretty much, what do I do? Like, pretty much that's what's going on right now in the energy that I'm picking up on. And I want to say something. The reason why I want to say that the reason why everything feels like it's running around in circles and you got like pretty much maybe yourself or like your own angels and devils just like the only reason it feels like this is because you are bleeding at this time. You're hurting. So, funny enough, let's talk about James. I actually know someone, a friend named James. And for all of my life, he always told me, especially when I got into like really like relationships and, I would have complications where I was trying to, please other people instead of pleasing myself and what I wanted to do, either pleasing my parents or the relationship instead of myself. He always said something because I think he realized that I was doing that before I even did. He always said you got to live your life. You can't live it for your mama. You can't live it for your daddy. You can't live it for me. You can't live it for your grandma. You got to live your life. And that is the truth. I never understood it until now. So let's get into this, y'all. Let's get into this. Hey, loves. James 1:19. Everyone should be quick to listen and slow to anger and slow to speak, for human anger does not accomplish God's righteousness. A lot of times when we go through a lot of trials and tribulations in life, we get very upset. We get very mad. We say that and we express that. But what we have to realize here, and I even had to realize this with myself and with how I grew up too, again, childhood trauma, is that running away and getting mad don't offer peace like we're asking God for. Do you get me? True peace is doing what you want to do and living your life and living in your truth. Consider it a great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials. This is James chapter 1, verse 2 and 3 and 4. Because you know that testing of your faith produces endurance, and let endurance have its full effect, so that you may be mature and complete, lack nothing. A lot of times in life, we're going to face trials and tribulations. But this produces endurance, which helps you mature and ensure that you lack nothing in this life, that you're not oblivious to, toxic, manipulative, or even strange, opportunities. Okay? I say this because life and death go hand in hand. Meaning, in order for you to feel like you're living your life sometimes, you're gonna have to piss some people off. Some things are gonna have to end. And truth be told, when you get in this moment as a child of God, as a child of the Most High, as a child of Yah, the best thing to do when you're in this confused energy is to ask for an answer. But let's talk about how you ask, because God tells us how to ask. It says, now in verse 5 of James, now if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives all generosity and ungrudgingly, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith without doubting, for doubter is like a surging sea, driven and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord, being double-minded and unstable in all the ways. God sometimes isn't telling us no, guys. He's telling us not right now. And a lot of times we feel like that not right now is a no, because like I said, life and death go hand in hand. When you decide to do something, something else has to fall off. But a lot of times when we go to God for these answers, we don't like the answer. And then we go back to God asking for an answer in another confused state. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, we pretty much prayed for an answer, got an answer, and now we're like, okay, God, but I don't trust the answer. And it's like, if you do it that way, you will not get any wisdom. That's what verse 8 of James is saying. And I wrote it down. I said, if you need an answer, ask and it will be given to you. But you have to ask in a calm and a grateful state. You have to ask in a state of peace. But if you ask and you don't like the answer, then don't expect any type of wisdom. Because now you're just running around in circles. Going round and round again. Nobody should think they're better than anyone, because the rich will lose their riches, you know, and the humiliated will be humiliated, like, at times. You see what I'm, like, if you get that, pretty much. Like, nobody's higher, nobody's better, nobody's bigger than the other, pretty much. But those who endure trials and tribulations are better, because they have the wisdom and the knowledge that they need to go through this life being happy and at peace. Because the enemy does not offer peace. The enemy offers confusion, anger, sadness, and pain. And it keeps you up at night. It keeps you up crying. It keeps you up, in your car. It keeps you up doing, drinking. It keeps you smoking, all that. But if you choose peace, peace will always follow you in any situation. So, I want to talk about this because this hit a little bit close to home to me, 7:14 on the clock. Because I've lived my life in a way where I've tried to look out for other people, whether they knew it or they didn't know it. I was looking out for their well-being. And I never really poured that into myself. And when I got to those points where it didn't work out, it would blow up in my face, I would get mad and I would yell at God. I would scream and I'd be like, God, what is going on? Pretty much. And the reality was, I wasn't living my life the way I wanted to. I have always lived my life, thinking about how everybody will perceive me, whether it's be family, or just deeply people that I care about. And because I've been so afraid to lose them, I gave so much of myself out to the point where I don't even know, like, pretty much how I stayed put together as decent as I am now. And it took me going through my moment I'm going through now, realizing this, that God is not saying no, he's saying not right now. And it could be because I'm not emotionally where I need to be at this time. I'm not at peace at this time. And you know what? But I want to make a note with that, y'all. Something else too that I realized. I do not need to make that other people's problems. The fact that I'm emotionally unstable should be something I can handle. The emotions are within the body. You can handle your emotions, So, I've been doing really good lately. Like, if I encounter an emotional problem, I try to handle it to myself accordingly and not make it other people's problems and not make it my life, Because life is truly amazing at the end of the day. So, again, you guys, with this whole message, sorry to give you a little bit of information here. But with this whole message, I want to tell you guys this, because forgiveness is real. Forgiveness is peace. Forgiveness is understanding. Forgiveness is not worrying about what everybody else think. It's for you. That's why they call it that shit. It's self-love. It's for you. 933. It's to help you release things that hold you back. A lot of times, y'all, especially y'all that be looking at cards and be doing the cards and shit, because I did this too. Y'all be looking at your gods like they in control of your life, and they not. They supposed to be there with you as you go through life. So even if you go back to, like, fucked up situations and you come back out of it cleaner, you're supposed to understand that, yeah, you may go back to something that may turn out wrong. but you're doing it to figure out how to get you for your peace. And this doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be a job you went back to. This could be something you're stagnant in right now. But all this is coming into me today, and I wanted to speak on it because you have to live your life at the end of the day. You can't live it for anybody else. And it's the truth. It's going to hurt people that you're living your life, and that's okay. You'll see each other healed again, you know? There's a difference between hearing and doing the word. You have to do the hard work that you're being asked. Again, I feel like, y'all, at this time, if you are running in circles, trying to figure out what to do, you're not running, or you feel like you're running in circles, you're not running in circles, you're being rerouted. Everything, you need to take the time to look at your situation to see where you're sitting and see everything is really calm. And that you really are, the show of your own thing. But don't make everybody else, put everybody in your show if you don't like them, pretty much. So, take this word, y'all, and move through life with it. Use it to help you in life. Come back to this if you need it. No one's going to like everything you do at the end of the day. They're not supposed to. 11:44. It's your life. Whatever you do, whatever you manifest is protected. So heal. Choose peace. And, don't deal with your emotions. Don't let them overtake you. If it's been time you want to talk to that person, reach out again for help. Say, hey, see what happens and if they show you that they're not ready, don't be mad. If you're not ready for that, then don't do it at a time. Like, pretty much, just be honest with yourself. You gotta be honest with your emotions. Stop trying to please everybody. Don't worry about everybody. Worry about you and God. Worry about you and God. That's who the strongest one you need to. You and God. Everybody else can go on with a merry way. Okay? It's you and God, pretty much. Trials and maturity. This is what this section of your life is about, right? This time, you guys. Trials and maturity. You need to understand that you are in control of your life. The Lord is not going to give you things and take it away because he hates you. Sometimes he takes it away because you're not ready for it yet. And whenever you are ready for it, it'll be great. Or sometimes he takes it away because something else is not ready for you yet. Or something else is not wanting to change yet. And he will have something for you. But being double-minded, being unstable, and always being in this energy, you guys, where you go back and forth and you kind of like, scream with yourself or scream even with God and whatever, you got to calm down. Like, you can't blame it on everybody and everything. My brother even told me this. I can't blame everybody on everything on everybody. I can blame them for the part they did, but I can't blame them for the part I played. Okay? Y'all, I'm getting a little heated up because this is hitting close to home. But more than anything, you guys, when you decide to trust God, when you decide to say, I'm going to walk with you, God, you got to trust him. And he will let you take your time. He will let you take your time. If it's for you, you're not going to lose it. If it's not for you, then you were never meant to have it. So rejoice in your suffering. Don't rush your emotions. Don't rush to get over these emotions either. Rejoice in them. Be happy that you're going through it. I know that sounds crazy, but I did it, you guys. 1424. Don't play with me. Angels are in the room as I'm speaking. Those are angel numbers. You got to experience your emotions, you guys. You got to process it. Nobody else is going to give you the secret potion to make you feel better. You have to learn how to make yourself feel better. And you have to learn that it can take time to do that. And that it's not saying nobody, and God isn't saying no if it takes time. God may just be saying not right now. There's some something else I want you to look at right now too. Alright, y'all, that's the message for the day. Remember, don't try to rush to get over your stuff that you're going through. Don't get over them. Don't rush them or rush past them even. Rejoice in it. Be like, look, I'm so glad that I'm feeling this pain. Because the more you rejoice, you guys, the more you say you're thankful for your trials and tribulations, like we're talking about in James, the more God will reveal the answers to you. But the enemy, you guys, you have to understand, the enemy is going to throw confusion. The enemy is going to make you search for an answer after you've gotten an answer. Do you understand? Oh, y'all. Just smile and give it to God. Give it to God. Smile. Give it to God. And remember, live your life. You can't live it for your mommy, your daddy, or anybody else. They can't be in your shoes at the end of the day. They may want to be in your shoes, but they can't be in your shoes at the end of the day. You live it for yourself. You be happy for you. You choose what makes you happy, and you go to God with everything you do, and God will not lead you astray. You go to him rejoicing, he will give you an answer. But if you go to him in confusion, doubting because of what Sally, Sue, Bob, and Marley, and Moo said, then you are not going to get any peace. You are not going to get any endurance. You are not going to endure. You're not going to learn the trial and tribulation that you're supposed to learn. You're not going to get any of that. And remember to look at things for what it is. If you are really sitting in the house right now, you're sitting in the house watching a video that's making you kind of stress. Or you're reading something that's making you stress. Peace, you guys. Peace. For me, sometimes when I'm out and about, because I'm going through my own thing right now, I get like this real bad heartache and I be wanting to run out and cry. And sometimes I do. But for the most part, I'll try to find some way to combat it. Like I'll find a video where maybe this spiritual person is really sweet, where they'll be like, hey love, what's up? Or hey beautiful, what's up? And that'll make me feel better just to listen to them. That's me processing that emotion. That's me handling that pain. That's the trial and tribulation. That's the maturity you're learning. That moment right there that I just told you and shared with you. So take this message today. Go with love and light. And always, always, always remember, I love you. If anybody's mad at you, I'm not mad at you. So you got love here. Bye, guys.